We're in round 1. We won the die roll. We're going to play first. Yeah, this is a nice looking hand. Yeah, so we get to go Forerunner into Flameseeker. So as long as we've got a nice 2-drop, and actually, if we draw another 2-drop creature, we can do Forerunner on turn 3, something to keep in mind, and give it haste. But no, we're going to do this plan instead. All right. Let's see if he's got Reproach. No. Let's go Flameseeker. So we've got Tar Snare for the first threat. Loam Larva, you got it. Not even a good blocker against us, which is nice. Forest on top of his deck. 4th mana is actually really nice too, so now we can top deck one of our Surge spells and be good. I'll play the Invoker though. Alright, so now if we draw a land, we can play Nightwatch. If we draw one of our Surge spells, we can play that. We've got Tar Snare, which is going to be good as well. Alright, looking good to me. Finds of the Recluse. So if I Tar Snare it, it only goes to... No, it goes to 3 toughness. Right? Well, let's let it resolve. Yeah. I don't see why not. Seems correct. And we'll follow up with a cohort too. Alright, I mean, pretty good shape now. Opponent's got to do something pretty sexy here. Alright. Successfully aggroed out the green-white deck. Not a ton of information given. Don't have much of a sideboard plan against most decks, I imagine. We've got a great like counterspell plan, but excuse me, hand disruption plan, but I don't know what I don't know how to sideboard with this deck. This deck is like a kind of a well-oiled machine curve-wise, right? Like it doesn't seem like a deck that sideboards well. It seems like its game plan is consistent, but only if you keep it the same. So let's keep it the same. Yeah, this is definitely a keep. We get to go cohort into Flameseeker or Envoy, which is pretty good. And now I can do Slide Runner instead. The advantage of doing the cohort is for instant Flameseeker use, but I don't think that's useful. And now we definitely want to do Slide Runner instead, so let's do that. Putting a Waste on top of his deck, you got it. Ooh. So we definitely want to draw a land so we can go cohort Free Runner at some point. Yep. I might play Flameseeker over the Envoy. We'll see. Scythe Master, sure. Ooh, that was a good draw. Actually, we need another red, don't we? Yeah, if we want to go cohort Free Runner, we do. Well, okay. Let's go land, swing for 3. I still think we're on Flameseeker here. This is actually very good for us since we get to trample over. We're going to go Flameseeker. It attacks better into Loam Larva. We have a Touch of the Void if he has another better blocker. Ooh, Thought-Knot Seer is a great card. That's pretty strong against us here. This card's worth a ton of tickets right now, too. So I guess we play the Envoy. So we can have an evasive guy and we can use this ability real quick. Probably going to discard the Swamp, searching for a mountain. Although we could discard the Cohort too, but I want to be able to... Oh, he's getting rid of the Envoy. All right. That's fine. So now if we draw red mana, we can still... That's not bad. Although he can double block. I guess I can just play Free Runner. Is that a big... No, that's not a big deal. Let's do that. All right. We'll play the Free Runner and we'll pass. We're going to use Cohort, I think, discarding the... Or we'll use the Flame Seeker to discard the... They both have Cohort in their name. He knows about the Touch of the Void, which makes this a little more difficult. Playing the patient game, you got it. So let's discard Reckless Cohort, I think. That was a good draw. I mean, I can't play it yet, but at some point I can. So let's Touch of the Void the Loam Larva. See if I can get in with the Free Runner. Although, no, I guess we just want to build in. He's got all his mana. He's got 3 cards in hand. He could have the... Let's just play a Forerunner and pass. We're going to play this patiently. I mean, patient game's not to our advantage in this match, but I also think just dumping a bunch of creatures on board is probably for the best. So now I don't want to use Flameseeker, I don't think. Because I like all the cards in my hand. Alright. We can use Flameseeker now. I think we will. Get rid of Cohort. Land, Nightwatch. Pass. So if I find another red mana, I can go Touch of the Void plus Fire Mantle Mage. Interesting. Alright. Oh, he's got a bunch of mana. Ooh. So I can Boulder Salvo, Thought-Knot Seer. Draw. Don't need to play the land now. So let's get in with... guess everything. Get rid of the Snapping Gnarlet, I suppose. Loam Larva seems pretty insignificant. Alright. I mean, looking pretty good. Fire Mantle Mage is presumably going to clinch it for us next turn, but opponent can start playing creatures and drawing cards now, though, which is the thing. Myria Shepherd, alright, it's pretty good. If he has the land, he can go bring back Thought-Knot Seer. Otherwise, I think he's gonna be dead. Although, no, I guess I need a red mana still. Because I need to be able to go Fire Mantle Mage, Touch of the Void in one turn. Otherwise, I risk him getting Thought-Knot Seer back. Ooh, Eyeless Watcher's a great play for him. Really strong play for him there. Since he gets to draw a card. Could still find a land, and he did find the land, so he gets Thought-Knot Seer back, and he can play the Thought-Knot Seer, so that worked perfect for him. That was like, he could not have asked for a better sequence in my mind. I really don't think he could have. It was like the best sequence he could have possibly asked for. Since Eyeless Watcher even, basically he just turned off our entire turn in 1 second there. So that was just ridiculously good for him. And not so good for us. So now we're back to being in trouble, which is not a good spot to be in. I thought we had the game clinched up, but it, like I said, it really did boil to him. It really did boil down to him having a creature that put multiple bodies on the board, which he had, and then getting the land, which he got, and then replaying Thought-Knot Seer. So it really was like a perfect sequence of events for him there. So I feel like we have to kill the Emiria Shepherd, sadly. If I don't kill Emiria Shepherd, he just keeps getting stuff back for the rest of the game. Oh, I can't even play Stone Fury anyway. What am I talking about? All right, well, let's use this and see if we can't dig up a red mana. Did get the red mana. All right, so yeah, if I Stone Fury a Thought-Knot Seer, it's just not good enough. I think we gotta take out the Shepherd, otherwise he just gets to bring back stuff for the rest of the game, as well as attack in. So we'll kill the Emiria Shepherd. He's still just living in Value Town. That means he's probably got a follow-up. I probably would have pre-played my creature just so I could see what I drew. But I guess good news for us, he just attacked the Thought-Knot Seer before seeing what kind of value it gets. All right, that's the last card we wanted to see in the game, probably. Maybe not the last card we wanted to see. One of the last cards we wanted to see. So that's horrifically bad. Almost assuredly going to lose now. I think there were a lot of other creatures that we still maybe had a chance, but yeah, Rune Processor, I think 0 chance. So very, very bad for us. Looks like he drew another creature, which we really didn't want to see. So Zendikar Resurgent playing about 30 to 50 times better than I expected it to there. I guess it's pretty good when you just keep top decking creatures non-stop. So we went from pretty good chance of winning to absolutely 0 chance of winning any way, shape, or form. And all it took was, I think, just 1 turn, right? Just Emiria Shepherd after Zendikar Resurgent. So pretty impressive. I am very impressed. Yeah, I guess we just hold back. I think we're going to have to triple block a Rune Processor because we just have no means of beating that otherwise. Pretty impressive. I'm impressed with my opponent's 2 turns there. Very, very impressed. Very impressed. Continued My opponent continues to impress me with each and every turn. This definitely feels like a deck I should be able to beat. So, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty surprised it's come to this. My opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just a lot of top end cards, and we could not seal the deal against them. So this feels like a match we really, like I said, we really should be able to win this. This is a match that's heavily favored for us, I would say, just based on the fact that basically the turn he played Eyeless Watcher we lost, I think is what it boiled down to. Oh, I think we're dead, right? Yeah, there's no chance. Okay, so that went awful for us. Let's see if we can't do better in game 3 here. Definitely feels like a favorable match, only because we just have so much cheap stuff and he has so much expensive stuff. But we did just lose, so I don't know what to tell you there. Could go for hand disruption now. It actually seems like it might be a wise idea. Reality Hemorrhage burns face, but doesn't do anything against his creatures, right? Doesn't deal with Loam Larva. Maybe we want the Reality Hemorrhages because they actually burn. Maybe we dump the Tar Snares. They don't seem great. Let's go for hand disruption. I think that's where we're going to shine here. So let's take out maybe the Tar Snares. We still have more than enough removal. Could also do... Well, the reason I want to do Witnessing instead of Mire's Malice is Mire's Malice, even though it becomes a creature, losing life is actually relevant. So I think I want to do the Witness the Ends and not the Mire's Malice. I could bring something out for Mire's Malice, but I don't know what that is. All right, I think we're going to keep it like this. Okay, we'll play first. Yeah, get to keep this, which is nice. Yeah, we're going to play the Cohort. All right, it's actually kind of nice. Ooh. Healer? I guess not. We don't want to play Healer. We want to play Flameseeker, because next turn we can go Healer Free Runner, which is just really good. And then we can go into Environmental Mage there, which is also really good. No play still. All right. That was a good draw. All right. I guess we can do this post-combat, so let's just get in there. This is a very, very swingy turn. This actually works out really well for us too. Wow. All right. Going Firemantle Mage. So he can only block one of our guys. I think it might be in our best interest to just attack with everything. If he wants to double block he's taken too much damage, I think, if he... Well, he can double block the healer, and he only loses one blocker. But he takes 8 points of damage, which takes him to 2, which means Chain Mage is going to be lethal in one turn. I think we're gonna swing with everything. That's actually, okay. Well, I'm pretty glad he blocked like that, too. That also works for me. So, I think he's just straight up dead next turn, because I play Chain Mage, I activate the Firemantle Mage. Alright, and opponent's off white mana. I mean... this really did just straight up feel like such a favorable match for us that I would have been surprised if we lost this match, honestly. I think he's still dead, right? How could he be alive? He can't block anything. He's got to be dead. Oh, he goes to 1? All right. He's still dead. He plays Eyeless Watcher. I use Chain Mage. Can't do anything about that. All right. So, like I said, this was a heavily favorable matchup for us. How many 7-drops did his deck have? He had the Enchantment, Myria Shepherd. I think he had like 4 7-drops, right? And a 6-drop and a 5-drop, and he was a clunky deck. We're hyper aggro. This is like the ideal matchup for us. And he still stole a game in game 2. So opponent's deck was nothing to scoff at. And Pulse of Marasa seems like a really good card against us too. So opponent, even though they were clunky as you could possibly imagine, they still stole a game from us in game 2. So very impressive. That 7-drop enchantment was really, really, really shining for him too. I mean, it's a very synergistic combination of abilities. All your creature spells are basically cheaper, and every time you play one, draw a card. So that card's got to be a Commander All-Star. Even though it's 7 mana, and Commander that matters a lot less, but that seems like an awesome Commander card. All right, well, I'm glad our hyper aggro deck could in fact beat the clunky deck. I mean, like I said, that would have been really scary if we lost this match. I would not have felt as good about rounds 2 and 3 because this, like I said, is really a matchup where we're supposed to shine. All right, we'll see you in round 2.